Slides are up. An official good morning to everyone joining us today. And Janeé, it looks like you have managed to find yet another adorable slide deck. I always look forward to hearing more about the books you've chose for us. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. And slides go for any of you, especially Sam and everyone. If you're looking for cute slide decks, Slides Go has been my jam. So that's where I've been going to get to find a lot of these cute slide decks. But good morning to everyone, and welcome to our May edition of Check It Out. And let's get started. There we go. Our plan. What is the plan today? For those of you that are new, welcome to you. This is what we cover every month for Check It Out. It may change, it may differ, but this is mostly the general plan that I have. We're going to cover story time standouts. What do I mean by story time standouts? That means these are the books that are best used for story times. So we'll cover three story time standouts today. We'll cover some early readers, second and third grade chapter books, picture books and board book roundup. We will cover children's nonfiction, middle grade fiction, teen fiction, graphic novels, what I'm reading, and some other announcements. So with that slide deck, let's get started. And for those of you that do not know me, well, again, welcome to you. My name is Janeé Jackson-Doering. I'm the Youth Services Consultant with the State Library of Iowa. There is my contact information on the screen, my email and my phone. Please get a hold of me. I would love to come out to your library just for library visits, or if you have questions about your collections or programming, feel free to just email me or call me. I love to come visit libraries, and I also bring goodie bags of books. A lot of people that have seen me, they know I bring goodie bags of books for you to keep. So please feel free to reach out and contact me. Okay, we are going to get started with our story time standouts. Simply put, these are the best books that I have found that you could use for story times. My first selection is called Beautiful Butterflies. This is a very gorgeous rhyming board book, and this received a starred review in School Library Journal, and rightfully so. This is written and I put designed by Margarita Estevez, or excuse me, Estevez. But again, gorgeous rhyming board book that talks about the developmental stages of butterflies, starting as an egg, caterpillar, moving on to a cocoon, chrysalis, and finally the butterfly stage. This is known as, quote, a layered view book. And I wanted to show pictures. I took pictures of the book, the physical book, to show you the just how it's laid out. The pages are so beautiful. And there's one sentence on each spread. So the picture in the middle, it says, butterfly eggs come in teeny tiny stages and let me see, teeny tiny stages. And then it in surprises, they often are hidden under leaves and are special surprises. So it has one sentence per page, beautifully illustrated. This is a great addition if you're doing a butterfly story time or a caterpillar story time. You could pair this with the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Very beautiful addition for a story time for your preschool classroom. Monster Hands. If you have not seen this book, please drop what you're doing after this webinar and go get this book. This is written by Karen Kane, Jonas McMillan, and illustrated by Dion MBD. This received starred reviews in Kirkus, Publishers Weekly, and the Horn Book. This would be a wonderful storytime edition. It's about this little boy named Milo, and Milo has read The Snowy Day in his bedroom, He's read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Where the Wild Things Are, and he read The Monster Under the Bed. The author says he shouldn't have read that book because Milo now thinks there's a monster under his bed. Milo uses sign language to communicate. So he takes his flashlight and flashes his flashlight to the neighbor next door, Mel, and he uses sign language to tell Mel that, help, there's a monster under the bed. What do I do? And so Mel signs to him to say, this is what you do. You hold up your hands to use your hands to chomp, to make a chomp monster. You can use them to roar, and monsters don't like it when shadows roar. This has wonderful opportunities for you to do a story time where you use flashlights and maybe you do shadow images. You could also have an ASL interpreter interpret the story as well. The pictures also show sign language, words to sign language to say in ASL, and phrases to say in sign language as well. Highly recommend it. Please go get Monster Hands. And we've got finally for our storytime standout, Pete the Cat Screams for Ice Cream. This is written by Kimberly and James Dean and illustrated by James Dean. And in this fun installment, the Just Chillin' ice cream truck is coming today. And Pete the cat can't wait. He's excited for the ice cream and he's running as fast as he can to find the truck. But it's getting late and all of his friends in the neighborhood need his help. So with each friend that Pete meets, he helps them with various tasks like fixing their flat tire or picking up the trash. All the while, he's checking his watch to see if he'll make it in time to catch the ice cream truck. This is a cute story if you're hosting a Pete the Cat story time with a Pete the Cat costume. This would also be great for a kindness themed story time because all the acts that Pete is doing, they are all acts of kindness. And also, it would be a wonderful addition for an ice cream story time. So grab Pete the Cat Screams for Ice Cream. Okay, we are going to move to our early readers. And I have two early readers for you this morning that should be on your radar. The first is from the Bat, Cat, and Rat series. This is called Vacation. It is book 2 of the new series, and it is written by Amy Dickman and Mark Teague. And I really love these set of stories because they're just they have the right rhyming words for kids to read and learn. This compilation has 3 short stories in it. And in the stories, Bat, Cat, and Rat are going on vacation and they have to try to compromise on their vacation plans. And of course, hijinks follow as well. The book to your right is called Gigi and Ogigi, Perfect Paper Cranes. This is written and illustrated by Melissa Y. And this book received a starred review in School Library Journal. This is also part of the Gigi series. Gigi, the young girl, is at the Japan Day Festival with her family, and she wants to learn how to fold origami items. She wants to learn how to fold a crane and a puppy. And she learns to fold the puppy, but she looks at her creation and she realizes it's not as great as the other individuals who are making a origami puppy. So she tries to fold a crane and she tries and she makes one, but she gets really upset when her grandfather makes the perfect crane and she is just distraught. And her grandfather tells her to calm down, that take one fold at a time, and that practice makes perfect. So this is a great story to remind kids that things take time, especially origami. We all know, we've all made origami. Origami pieces take time. And that practice makes perfect. With this book, there's a glossary of terms in the back of the book. And if children are interested, there are instructions on how to fold a puppy origami themselves. All right, we are going to move to second and third grade chapter books. And this month, I have one book that stood out. This is called Oris and Thimble, The Beginning. This is book one of a brand new series from Kate DiCamillo. It is written by Kate and illustrated by Carmen Mock. This is about Oris. We have a young mouse who loves to sleep in his little, they sleep in a little kind of a shoe, a slipper. And the one thing that Oris notices is that the owl is stuck, and Oris doesn't know what to do. Oris is like, should I help the owl? Should I not help the owl? The owl gets its part of its foot stuck in a mouse trap. And so Oris goes and decides to help the owl. And together they form a friendship. This is a super cute book for independent readers. There's large text that is helpful for independent readers. I really appreciated the warm illustrations. Oris is kind of a snarky mouse, and Timble wants to just know everything. He wants to know everything about the world, and together they form this really cute friendship. Very fun for new independent readers. Short chapters, so that way they feel like they can read a book independently. Definitely grab Oris and Timble. Excuse me, I said Thimble. Timble by Kate DiCamillo. Okay, we are moving to picture books and board book roundup. Now, I will tell you, there were so many picture books. There were so many picture books that came out this month, and I had to narrow it down because there were just so many good ones this month. And there's more coming out as well. This one is called Itty Bitty Betty Blob. This is a cute, adorable picture book that is written by Constance Lombardo and illustrated by Micah Player. This is a picture book about being true to yourself. We've got Betty Blob, a pink blob who is not your typical monster. She loves pretty things and she tries to make ugly things, but they all come out beautiful. She just loves beautiful things. And all the other monsters are making ugly things. That's just not how Betty rolls. She's excited for picture day at school, but she doesn't have the perfect scowl or growl or look. So she just keeps trying to find herself, and she finds her identity. And I put the picture up here. Keep trying, my little blob. She's trying to make the perfect scowl and the perfect face. And this book is just adorable because it just teaches kids to just be yourself. Adorable, cute. Definitely want to grab Itty Bitty Betty Blob. The first week of school, this I had to put on my list because, yes, I know the school year is winding down, but you know, those back to school books, they come out usually in June, July, August. But this one I wanted to get on your radar. This is written and illustrated by Drew Beckmeyer. This received starred reviews in School Library Journal, Publishers Weekly, and Kirkus. And it focuses on a group of students that are attending school on the first day of the first week of school, but they realize they have a unique classmate in their school. And I don't know if you can see the cover, but the cover, there they are. There's the kids for their class picture. You see an eye, an eye in that picture, and it's an alien. But it shows these kids throughout the school day, at lunch, at recess, story time, during show and tell. But it's super cute, super adorable. I loved the illustrations in this book. Um, but it'd be a really fun book to share for back to school. So definitely grab the first week of school. This book is called Do You Even Know Me? This is written by Reem Faroukhi and illustrated by Annie Boucherie. This received a starred review in School Library Journal and Kirkus. The young girl in this story, she is a Muslim and she's being bullied at school by a classmate in her class. And with each time that she's being picked on by this young individual, she just feels smaller and smaller and smaller. She just she feels sad. She's getting picked on in the classroom, in the cafeteria, and finally, at the end of the book, she starts to use her voice and to stick up for herself. And she sticks up for herself by finally telling the teacher what is going on. This is a perfect book for kids who are facing bullying. This is a great book to show Muslim stories and Muslim voices. So definitely grab Do You Even Know Me by Reem Faroukhi. Okay, so Juneteenth is coming up, and there were two Juneteenth titles that I thought that you should have on your radar. The first book is called They Built Me for Freedom, the story of Juneteenth and Houston's Emancipation Park. This received a starred review in Publishers Weekly and School Library Journal. This story focuses on the 150th year, on the 150th years of Emancipation Park, just the story of the park in Houston, Texas, and how it was formed through Juneteenth. Beautifully illustrated. I really adored this book, and it just talks about how the park was started and how it went through disrepair throughout the years. And then a group of people and kids decided to clean it up and celebrate Juneteenth at this park. Definitely get your hands on it. It is worth having in your collection, and it would be a great addition to your Juneteenth collection if you don't have books on Juneteenth already. The book to your right is called Juneteenth Is. I highly recommend this picture book. This is written by Natasha Triplett and illustrated by Daniel J. O'Brien. This talks about a family coming together to honor the heritage, share stories, and express their cultural pride through Juneteenth. This is a heartfelt ode to the holiday. It invites readers to go to the family to a parade, dance to the music with friends. You see pictures of friends sharing fist bumps and hugs. They're enjoying a plethora of food made from old family recipes. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful book that just talks about Juneteenth and why this needs to be remembered. The prose in this book is concise and it's impactful. There's one line in the book that says, where an elder says, Juneteenth is the history lesson not taught at school. And that line kind of stuck with me. The back of the book has a note about the significance of the color red, which symbolizes bloodshed, grief, and anguish experienced by enslaved people. It talks about the foods eaten, such as watermelon, hibiscus tea, Kool-Aid, and red sodas. And also, this book has a selected bibliography as well. So definitely pick up They Built Me for Freedom and Juneteenth Is. With our board books, there were a ton of board books, but I wanted to get these two on your radar. The first one, we have Black and White, a high contrast book of art. And the second book is called Colors, a colorful book of art. In Black and White, there's a stork, a cat, the letter B. There's all these different things that are black and white. that kids have to identify. And the back of the book has where kids can find the matching pairs of each image. Both of these books are created by DK Publishing, and they're published with the Metropolitan Museum of Art. So it's kind of cool because both of these books, families can bring the museum home to them. Both of these books start with this phrase: I went to the Met and saw so in black and white, like I said, the stork, they saw the stork, a cat, the letter B, a tunic, a guitar, and other black and white items. In colors, kids can learn about their colors by identifying items that have colors. Each spread has the name of the color on one side and a work of art from the museum on the other side. So they have the color white and a white bear, purple and purple flowers, the color pink and a pink vase, silver with a suit of armor. And then in the back of the colors book, the kids are asked to remember what color matches with what item is pictured. So it's kind of a little memory game. Super fun, beautiful, bright illustrations, simple text. These two books are a winner. Next one is called Make Tracks Trucks. This is a board book that is written and illustrated by Janeé. And this received a starred review in School Library Journal. And this is for your young truck enthusiasts. They can drive 5 different kinds of trucks on the tracks. They show a semi-truck, a monster truck, a car-carrying truck, just to name a few. Each spread features simple text and words. There are clear diagrams, and there's prompts to encourage discussion. So this one says, this is a semi-truck. It can carry very heavy loads in its trailer. And on the next spread, can you drive the semi-truck to the warehouse to make a delivery? So it's encouraging kids to move the truck to the area with their fingers. So it's an interactive board book. There's also these books as well for the Make Tracks series. There's Make Tracks Building Site, Make Tracks Cars, and Make Tracks Farms. So this is a 4-book set, and this is just one of them because I know you have lots of kids that love trucks. So definitely grab Make Tracks Trucks. And my last 2 board books should be very popular at your library. The first one is called Day at the Farm, written by Alexandra Clare. This received starred reviews in School Library Journal. And this is an awesome rhyming board book that has 2 sentences on the spread that talks about different types of animals at the farm. And what I love about this book, as well as the rhyming words, is the fact that it has real pictures of the animals, not just cartoon animals. So that way kids can really see the animals. They can actually make the sounds like the animals as well. To your right, we have our friend Bluey. This is called Bluey and Bingo's Book of Singy Things. Now, before you say, oh my gosh, Janeé, really, you're recommending a Bluey book? Yes, I'm recommending this particular Bluey book because if you have Bluey fans at your library, this needs to be on your board book shelves. What makes this Bluey book stick out is that the dog is singing nursery rhymes. So you have Wheels on the Bus that Bluey is singing, Miss Mary Mac, and storytime staples like there were 4 in this book. They have 4 on the bed instead of 10 on the bed. They have 4 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So that is a storytime staple that you could sing. It also has 5 fat sausages sizzling in the pan. Another storytime staple. This would be a good addition to your Bluey collection. And of course, singing is part of the 5 early literacy skills. So this would be a wonderful songbook to have for parents if they're looking for some nursery rhymes to sing to their kiddos. Okay, we are going to switch gears and move to children's nonfiction. And this month I have two books that should be on your shelves. The first one is called Made in Asian America, A History for Young People. This is written by Erica Lee and Christina Suntervat, and this received a starred review in School Library Journal. This book is an adaptation of The Making of Asian America, and it shines a light on Asian Americans from the past to the present who have transformed services in the United States. Um, this has themes of race, racism, bravery, and hope. It talks about different types of events in the lives of Asian Americans, but it's told through young people who experience those events, such as World War II, the 1882 Chinese Exclusion Act, the Chinese immigrants' role in the gold rush and the Transcontinental Railroad, and so many other events in American history. Powerful read. This would be wonderful to have for someone who is working on a report. In the back of the book, there are source notes, a bibliography, and index. All those three items are included. To the right of the screen, we have Everything You Know About Sharks is Wrong. This is written by Dr. Nick Crumpton and illustrated by Gavin Scott. This is the first installment of this Everything You Know About Something is Wrong series. Nick Crumpton is a zoologist, and so he discusses everything you need to know about sharks. It has pictures, illustrations, simple, easy to follow text for your elementary school students, especially if you're having a Shark Week display. This would be wonderful to have for a Shark Week display. So definitely get Everything You Know About Sharks is Wrong, and also grab Made in Asian America. All right, we are going to switch gears and we are going to go to middle grade fiction. Okay, first title I have on hand is called Midair. This is written by Alicia D. Williams, and it received starred reviews in Booklist and School Library Journal. This is a novel in verse, and it focuses on Isaiah. He is an 8th grader who secretly loves rock music, and he collects vintage rock t-shirts. Isaiah has two friends that he kicks it with, Drew and Darius, and the three of them love to attempt to break records. They love to just do these crazy stunts and follow these records like the things in the Guinness Book of World Records. On one of their attempts and feats, Darius is struck on his bike by a driver and he dies in front of Isaiah and Drew. And both of these two young individuals, they are handling their grief in different ways. Isaiah just won't talk to his mother. His father, who travels and is a photographer, he's really kind of short-lived with him, doesn't really say much. And his parents are worried about Isaiah. They're just worried about him. And so they decide to send Isaiah to his aunt and uncles in North Carolina on their farm. And once he's there, he's able to open up and talk about what happened to his friend Darius. And it gives him kind of like the courage to get to grieve, but also get back to creating more feats to accomplish. This really tackled grief very well. If you have friends who love poems, if you have kids who love reading novels in verse, and boys who love attempting feats, definitely grab Midair. This would be a good addition to your middle grade collection. I wanted to get this book on your radar because this was just announced. I get up a lot of book announcements, and the late Andrew Clements, in his estate, they found this book, and it's called The Frindle Files. This is written by Andrew Clements, and it's going to be released August 27th. And according to the press release, this is a sequel to Frindle, which Frindle was so good. I read that years ago. But in this sequel, this is what the premise is going to be. Josh is a techie and a gamer. So this young man just loves to play games, and his teacher does not doesn't like technology at all. So his teacher, Mr. N, has made a no tech zone in the classroom. And instead of using the computer or a laptop, he makes the kids write everything out on paper. So no smartboard, no laptops, nada. One night, while writing one of those homework assignments, Josh realizes that Mr. N has been hiding a secret. And it's up to Josh and his best friend Vanessa to find out what that is. If you had friends who loved Frindle, or if you have kids who loved Frindle, you want to make sure you have this on your shelves come August. This is called The Frindle Files by Andrew Clements. Okay, we are going to move to teen fiction. And I gotta tell you, I had all these announcements come up, but I want to make sure you get these books out on your radar because I see so much stuff, I see so many new books that are coming, or hey, someone's making a new announcement about a new book, and I want to make sure that you know about it. This one is very tight-lipped, but this is called 24 Seconds From Now, and it is written by Jason Reynolds. This is coming out October 8th of this year, and it's a young adult love story. It's a romance story, and it's about a young man who falls in love with a girl, and they're planning to have sex for the very first time. And there's all this tension between the guy and the girl. I can't wait to get my hands on this because this is going to sound interesting. Um, I heard about it in Cosmopolitan magazine, out of all places. What do you know? And Publishers Weekly about this. So make sure you, if you can, hopefully when they get the book release out, get 24 Seconds From Now by Jason Reynolds. Another new announcement that just got announced, and this I can't wait to get a copy of. This is called Death at Morning House. This is written by Maureen Johnson. From the press release, it has received a starred review already by Publishers Weekly. And Maureen Johnson, we know her from her mystery series, Truly Devious. This is another new mystery, and this is a standalone novel, but it's about a teen who uncovers a mystery while working as a tour guide on Morning House. Morning House was a mansion built on an island in the 1920s. But this mansion, once it was built, it was abandoned shortly thereafter. But among the beautiful stained glass windows in this house, there were deaths in the home. And the person that is brought to the house now, this teen who's working as a tour guide in the house, realizes that someone is missing, and they have to find who's missing and who did it. So definitely grab Death at Morning House. That's going to be released August 6th of this year. All right. We've got some more announcements coming in our graphic novel section. And this is the newest series alert that you should get on your radar. Bad Guys. I don't know if you guys have any Bad Guys fans, but at my old library, I had a ton of Bad Guys fans. This is called The Bad Guys, The Serpent and the Beast. This is book 19 in the series. This is written and illustrated by Aaron Blabby. And this comes out July 2nd of this year. And this one is under tight-lipped as well about what happens. It's going to be the next installment of The Bad Guys and their crazy hijinks. So if you have Bad Guys fans, or if you're planning a movie party or a celebration, you want to make sure you get book 19 on your shelves. Plain Jane and the Mermaid. This is a middle grade book written and illustrated by Vera Brosgol. This received star reviews in Booklist, Hornbook, Publishers Weekly, and it was featured on Publisher Weekly's Summer Reads 2024 list. Now, I have been a fan of Vera's previous works. I loved Leave Me Alone. I loved Be Prepared. Hopefully, if you're please read Be Prepared. That book was awesome. And Anya's Ghost. This novel focuses on Jane. Jane is a girl who is just incredibly plain, and everyone says so. The villagers, her horrible cousin who kicks her out of her own house. So Jane is orphaned, and in her village, the law states that she can't inherit her family's home or fortune until she's married. And she doesn't want to marry her cousin. She's like, oh, they're repulsive. So she sets out to find her own destiny. What she does, she proposes to the prettiest local young man she could find. And they're great. His name is Peter. He's princely. She's really digging him, and she wants to propose to him, and it's a great plan. But Peter gets kidnapped by a mermaid. The illustrations are awesome. They're colorful. If you love fantasy type graphic novels, then Plain Jane and the Mermaid is your best bet. Definitely grab a copy for your graphic novel shelves. Timid. Timid is our middle grade selection, written and illustrated by Jonathan Todd. This received starred reviews in School Library Journal. Timid follows Jonathan's life, the author's own life in the 1980s. But the character's name in this story is Cecil. Cecil is a very, very shy young man. He's a middle schooler and he loves drawing. He's a cartoonist and he loves to draw and doodle in his notebook. Um, he finds out from his family members that they are going to move from Florida to Massachusetts. And Cecil is very, very nervous. He doesn't know if he'll be able to fit in. He doesn't know what kind of life these kids have. And once he gets to the new middle school, he struggles to both fit in and be himself at the new school where he's one of a few Black kids. Um, and he finds himself through drawing. So a lot of people will come up to him and say, "Hey, Cecil, can you draw this? Can you make a design for the t-shirts for the dance, or can you make my poster for class president?" And so he's starting to find his way through drawing. There's a girl at church that he likes. It's super adorable. There were some laugh out loud moments where he attends church with his family that I could relate to. If you have fans of the New Kids series, this is a great follow-up because Cecil has to deal with a young man who is white, there's kind of some tension between them, and Cecil starts to find his voice and stick up for himself. So it does have parallels to New Kid a little bit, so it does remind me of that. So definitely pick up Timid. Our next book is called Wires Crossed. This is written by Beth Fantasky and illustrated by O'Neill Jones. This received starred reviews in School Library Journal and Kirkus, and it focuses on Mia, who is on the cover right there. Mia loves to hang out with her friend Tariq, and during the summer, they attended STEM camps together. And Tariq moves to her town and she realizes that Tariq isn't the same from when they went to STEM camps together. He's now more outgoing and he wants to play soccer and he's got more friends. And Mia's kind of like, well, do I like him? Do I like him to ask him to the dance? And meanwhile, Mia's sister's like, you totally should ask him to the dance. All the girls are asking guys to dance, and we all have dates, and you should do it too. But Mia's not so sure. And Mia loves anything STEM. She loves science. And so she asks her grandmother, who is a scientist, she's like, what should I do? And her grandmother says, you know what? Be yourself. You'll figure it out. I love this story just because it shows girls that women are in science, that women can do anything, women can be scientists. And I love the STEM aspect in this. I loved how Mia's family is just a family of engineers and scientists. So it would be a great STEM addition to your library as well. So definitely grab Wires Crossed. Okay, that was a lot of books. But now it's time to tell you what I'm reading and what I've got on my radar coming up. So right now I have three books that I need to desperately get through because I have a TBR pile that's high. I don't know about you guys, but my TBR is pretty high. The first book to your left is called The Mystery of Locked Rooms. This is getting a lot of buzz, and this is written by Lindsay Curry. And this is a mystery book where, and this is the premise. With her family in danger of losing their house, it's seventh grader Sarah. She joins her best friends and fellow experts, West and Hannah, in a suspenseful hunt for the treasure hidden behind riddles, codes, and escape rooms of an abandoned funhouse. I don't know about you, but I love books that have puzzles and codes. I loved Chris Grabenstein's Mr. Lemoncello's library series. I adored that book. I adored that book series. So this is kind of similar to Mr. Lemoncello's, but different. The second book that's in the middle is called The White Guy Dies First: 13 Scary Stories of Fear and Power. This is a teen horror anthology series. It's edited by Terry J. Benton Walker. And basically, the premise is there's 13 scary stories, and they're all of authors of color. And they're just to name some of the authors include Tiffany D. Jackson, Karen Strong, Farida Abike Idimide, Kendare Blank, Lamar Giles. So all different types of authors here. And there's stories about killer clowns, a museum curator who despises to support inaccuracies, a sweet girl with her diary of happy thoughts, and an old house that just wants friends forever. There's friendly cannibals, impossible slashers, and the dead who won't stay dead. I don't know about you, but that is on my radar. I can't wait to read it. And John says, "Ooh, yes, I want to read that Stephen King collection." Yes. My third book to the right is of course Stephen King's You Like It Darker stories. I started this last week, and man, some of the stories are just downright, ugh, just creepy. Um, those are the books I have on my list this week. And I'm just looking at the comments. Oh, killer clowns. Yes. You can't go wrong with killer clowns. Why not? And just some quick announcements. Don't forget, we have our All Ira Reads virtual author visit series that is coming in June. So Tuesday, June 6th at 6:30, we have Diane Wilson. She is our adult All Ira Reads author. She will be talking about The Seed Keeper. And then on June 12th, we have two events. The first event is at 2 o'clock. That's the children's author, Celia C. Perez. She will be talking about her book, Tumble. And then at 4 o'clock, we'll have the teen All Ira Reads author, Samira Ahmed. She will be talking about her book, Hollow Fires. Both the teen and children's All Ira Reads virtual author visits will be moderated by a teen from the Iowa Student Poet Ambassadors Program, and her name is Tanya Rastogi. She's a junior from Pleasant Valley High School. So she will be moderating both the children and teen All Ira Reads webinars. The cool thing about these events, you can have watching parties at your libraries for kids and teens or adults. You can also send us questions during the event, and that way our moderators can ask them for you during the event. Sam's got the registration links there, so make sure you register, and we'll see you there. Okay. And you know what, Sam? We've had so much fun with these check it outs this month, and I have so many books that have came in this month. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to give away five, yes, five check it out book prize packs because there were so many books that came in and I want to get them in your hands. So we will pick from this event five winners, and five winners will receive a check it out book prize pack from me. They will be delivered via Iowa Shares. And I just want to say congratulations to the April winners: Ann Harms, Stacy Campbell, Brenda Vasek, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, and Krista Emquist. They're from, let me see, Ann's from Loudon, Stacy's from Plainfield, Brenda's from Wyoming, and Krista's from Spirit Lake Public Libraries. So congratulations to you all. So make sure in the chat you put your first and last name and what library you're from, because if I pick your name and it says MPL1, I don't know who that is. Sam doesn't know who that is. So make sure you put your first and last name and you tell us what library you're from.
Actually, Janeé, I can help you figure out what library they're from. That is an Iowa Learns. You're still welcome to chat us, but we'll find you.
Thank
We'll
you.
find you. Sweet.
And guess what? I'm getting on the road again. Can you believe it? I know you guys are getting ready for summer, and I'm so excited for your summer reading programs. I would love to come and visit you during the summer to see your programs in action and to cheer you on. Or if you'd like me to visit as a guest storytime reader, like a community helper, if you're having a community helper day, please feel free to extend an invitation to me. I would love to come out to your library to visit and bring you a goodie bag of books. Just send me an email, or hey, if you can't send me an email, send me pictures. I would love to see pictures of your events too. And I'm looking at those libraries who had the foam parties. How dare you? Please send me some pictures. And with that, I think we've covered it. So check it out. Will return from 11 a.m. to noon on Tuesday, June 23rd, or Tuesday, June 25th, and Tuesday, July 23rd. I will see you then. Did I miss anything, Sam?
I don't think so. Very good. Thanks everyone for coming today. Certainly a lot of things to be looking at. Best of luck with your summer reading programs as those get started. And we'll take attendance today, and Iowa Learns will let you know when that evaluation is up for you. So thanks to Janeé for putting this list together for us. Thanks everyone for coming, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.